The Jedi Knights of the Grand Army of the Republic are in trouble. The Emperor has placed the remaining Jedi Knights in a small enclosed tournament gladiator-style battle against the clone troopers of the Grand Army of the Republic. If the Jedi survive, they go free. If they die, well, they're dead. What's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, back with some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, baby. And today, we're going to be doing some Order 66 battles. We're going to do one massive one after this, but this is just like it's like a pre-dinner appetizer, an appetizer, if you will, with 2,000 clone troopers and 200 Jedi Knights squaring off in this little arena battle thing here. And then in the next battle, we will bump it up to be absolutely chunky and massive, and it'll be just absolutely epic. So, without further ado, let's get this one going. If you guys enjoy these Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator Star Wars mod videos, please be sure to hit that like button. Let's try and get 600 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you have not already. We're trying to hit 350k by the end of the year. And comment down below if you'd like to see some more. Either way, why don't we go ahead and get this thing going, baby. Actually, we're gonna turn up the time scale a little bit. We'll go in semi slow-mo for the first bit here as the Jedi begin to disperse and attack the clone troopers, wailing on them and literally sending them flying, using some force push as they swipe with their swords, their laser swords, which is honestly kind of baller if you were to ask me. A couple of Jedi Knights are falling and dying as the clone troopers manage to kill them. Their laser swords still ignited. Why is it that sometimes when Jedi and Sith die and stuff like that, literally their laser sword just like unignites? Why is that? Is there some sensor on the lightsaber that tells them when they're dead or something like that? I don't know. Either way, let's go to normal speed here. Seems like this battle was very, very quick, which we were kind of expecting. Not a lot of clone troopers left alive. The Jedi are just absolutely tossing their salads, dude. Yeah, there are 0 clone troopers remaining, actually. The last of them just died as that happened. And the clone troopers only killed 49 Jedi. Wowza. But in this next battle, we are going to increase things. We're going beyond the little arena thing here, and we are going big, baby. All right, gamers, here we are with the promised massive battle. So we have 50,000 clone troopers here doing a siege of a Jedi Castle, basically. So first of all, we have 5,000 Jedi Knights right here on the outside that are going to be attacking the clone troopers as like a preliminary thing. Then we have some rebels who sided with the Jedi. They are in defensive position. And then we have Jedi Masters on the inside, also in defensive positions. So it should be an insane battle. Let's just get right on into it here. This should be absolutely nutty, crazy sized armies here. Absolutely bonkers, in fact. So here come the clone troopers, and in fact it looks like I screwed up the team, so I'll be right back. Alrighty then, gamers, it wouldn't be an Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator battle without something going wrong. It turns out I put the rebel soldiers on the wrong team, so they started to attack the Jedi. That would be like a double Order 66. Either way, here go the 5,000 Jedi Knights leaping forward to go and charge the 50,000 clones. I think jumping off this cliff is not wise. They're just dying. Guys, there's a path you could take. Yeah, there's a path over here. Oh, what a bunch of chumps. Okay, well, they seem to be stopping doing that, so that's good. They seem to realize there is, in fact, a path. And here we go. The Jedi Knights going up against the clone troopers here. This honestly reminds me of that Battle of Alderaan from the Star Wars The Old Republic MMO cinematic. That is really, like, hitting me in the nostalgia right now. That is really what this looks like to me. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys vibe with that? That's what it's sort of very similar to that, sort of the wooded green area with a bunch of lightsaber fighters going up against a bunch of blaster fighters. It just looks sick. I love it. This is very, very awesome. Either way, the Jedi start to cut into the clone trooper army here is slicing and dicing, baby, which is absolutely gorgeous. And there's still a ton of them back there, which is great. So there's, you know, a lot of Jedi to go around, a lot of Jedi to get in to the fray with. They, of course, do have more health and better reflector skills than the clone troopers, so they can survive for a little bit longer than their enemy here. However, the clone troopers, of course, have the advantage that they do have ranged weapons. I mean, that is just a massive, distinct advantage that the Jedi don't have. But here we go. It's actually a very good situation for the Jedi because the clone troopers have to crest over this hill to attack them, so they can't really fire their ranged weapons until they get eye to eye with these Jedi up here. So this is actually a really good thing for the Jedi here, and they're able to get a lot of shots off. Let's see just how many troopers are dead for both sides. So the clone troopers have only lost 700 soldiers. Oh no, sorry, they've lost 850 soldiers, and the Jedi have lost 800 soldiers. So it is really neck and neck right here. This is not exactly like a dominant thing. The Jedi aren't doing a whole lot better than the clone troopers, which is exactly what they need to be doing. They need to be doing a whole lot better. But then again, I mean, they've still got all these rebels back here and inside the castle, lots of units and things like that. So they should be able to make somewhat of a comeback here towards the end of the battle, I feel like. But as of right now, we still have just a massive slaughter between both sides over here in the middle of this battlefield. This is very cinematic, very, very cool. I do dig this quite a bit. The clone troopers are being very smart, and they're actually not rushing over the hill. They're just sort of standing at the top of it while the Jedi are being forced to rush them. So this actually takes away the advantage of that hillside cover right there, and restricts the Jedi and forces them to be the chargers versus the chargees, which is not exactly what they want. Over on this side of the battlefield, we do have these clone troopers coming up this hillside now. They are making their way forward. It looks like some Jedi did manage to fight quite a number of them over here and did get some kills, which is good, but now they're acting as almost a bit of a flanking force to these main Jedi that are heading towards the center over here. The central Jedi, if you will. I don't know. They're going in, though. They're going ham, and they are getting flanked. So a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. You know, you can't win them all. It's not all peaches and gravy. What's the expression? It's not all gravy and butter. I don't know. That's a heart attack waiting to happen. Gravy and butter. What a wombo combo right there. All right, let's check in on the standings again. All right, 1,800 clone troopers have been killed, and the clone troopers have killed 2,000 Jedi. Not great. The clone troopers are actually getting more Jedi kills than the Jedi are getting clone trooper kills, and they are outnumbered 10-1 here still. You got to remember that. So this is not a good look for the Jedi. The Jedi need to start, you know, killing 10 clone troopers per Jedi, which I feel like in a normal 1v1 where the Jedi isn't injured before even reaching the clone troopers, that would be doable. I mean, like, look at the battle we just did. 200 Jedi versus 2,000 clone troopers. The Jedi won, and they were outnumbered 10-1, you know? But in this instance, when they're outnumbered 10-1, but there's just such a sheer mass of clone troopers, it does become a little bit harder here, you know? Either way, tons more Jedi still entering into the battle. I mean, we still have a whole lot of laser swords over here. Definitely less, definitely a lot less, like 2,000 troopers less, but they're still in there and they're still getting going. All right, why don't we go ahead and go into fast motion speed here? Is that even working? Sometimes with larger battles, it doesn't even work. I can't even tell, wait. I think it was making it go slower, which is kind of funny, actually. So we'll just turn that off and let these guys continue to go ham against each other here. I mean, look at all the clone troopers that are left. Like, look at the size of this. 50,000 phase 2 shiny clone troopers newly assembled into the Imperial Army going up against these Jedi. I mean, you know, I have been slamming the Jedi pretty hard, but the fact that they are getting any kills as a melee unit versus 50,000 ranged units, that's impressive. You know, that is impressive stuff, and I'm sure some Jedi have lived up to their name and gotten 10 kills. I'm sure that has happened with some of these Jedi, but at the same time, you know, there's been plenty of Jedi who have died without getting any kills, so that is definitely a bit of a bummer. It's a little bit of a duality there, I suppose. But they're still coming out. they're still doing it. We still got a whole lot of rebel soldiers over here, by the way, too. Some Jedi intermingled in these rebel soldiers. Maybe they're trying to disguise themselves or something. We do have clone troopers actually coming up the backside of this mountain here. Luckily for us, we did put some rebel soldiers over here to defend against them, which is good. So we do have a little bit of a shootout over here. This is definitely a very minute part of the battle compared to the immense battle that is going on the other side of the battlefield. But hey, every part of this battle counts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everyone's doing their part here. So a number of rebel soldiers have died over here, but they have killed way less clone troopers than they have lost rebel soldiers. That's not a good sign. Oh my god, look at all the laser fire coming out of here. It's like literally, it looks like you're going in light speed in Star Wars. Look how intense that is. That's insanity right there. Holy cow. All right, let's see. Yeah, very, very few Jedi remain over here. They're still all trying to get out there and trying to get some kills, but the attacking force for the Jedi here is coming to a close, and soon we are going to see the defense in action, which we haven't really seen yet. You know, we've only seen it with that one little group of rebel soldiers, but other than that, for the most part, the, you know, outcasts here from the Empire are completely on the offense. And there we go. There goes the last of the offensive Jedi. Now here come the defensive Jedi / rebel soldiers over here. It seems like the main problem here is that the rebel soldiers actually have worse range than the clone troopers. That's very not good. Let me see something real quick. Okay, rebel soldier has 200 health. How much does a clone trooper have? 200 health. Okay, so they're basically the same unit, except the only problem is rebel soldiers lack the range to fire at these clone troopers over there. So that is actually a major problem, which is restricting them from being able to really do anything. And that might be the main reason why more rebel soldiers have died over here than clone troopers have died over here, because only a few rebel soldiers are actually able to fire. That's not great. That is really, really not great. However, once you get inside this area here, all of these guys should be able to fire at the clone troopers as they enter on in here, because this choke point is going to restrict the clone troopers from actually being able to enable that sort of farther distance. So we'll get better here, and maybe we'll see some better stuff. One lone Jedi going in. What a Chad. He takes out a clone trooper, but he's stuck out there, and he gets shot down brutally. Yikes. Yikes. All right, well, a few clone troopers are deep in here, and they're just firing at the Jedi. Of course, the defensive position for the Jedi, I thought clone troopers might charge them, but no, they're just sort of standing out there. This is not good. This is not going well. Like, at all. Like, in the slightest for the Jedi. This is, in fact, a horrific loss for the Jedi. They're doing far worse than I imagined. I thought since they had the defensive advantage, maybe the Jedi would pull through a little bit and manage to get some more kills and things like that. But no, not the case. Not so. Instead, they are getting heavily slaughtered. Heavily slaughtered. It is not a good thing. Not a good thing in the slightest. I mean, look out here. I mean, it's just like it's just a death field of Jedi and clone troopers all dead. Quite a number of each. All right, let's check the standings here. So, clone troopers have killed 5,000. Jedi have only killed 3,000. The Jedi are doing worse now. And now the clone troopers are just standing here, firing into the Jedi and the rebel soldiers. The rebel soldiers finally close enough that they're actually able to get fire out themselves. I guess the Jedi, what they're doing here is basically acting as laser deflectors. You know, they're basically a shield unit now, so they're taking the brunt of the force while the rebel soldiers are dealing all of the damage. So it's a little bit of like a, you know, rebel soldiers doing their job, Jedi still being useful but not as useful. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're absorbing all of the damage, keeping the rebels alive, basically standing there deflecting blaster fire while the rebels deal all the damage themselves. But is the rebel fire doing enough? It doesn't seem to be. It really doesn't seem to be. I don't know why, but I thought the rebel units were going to be stronger than clone trooper units. But evidently they're not. Maybe they do more damage than them, but their range is so much worse that it makes it significantly harder for them to win. Significantly. Look at all these dead rebels over here. That's pitiful. Many dead rebels over here. These rebels are still doing okay, but, you know, they haven't really been involved in the battle much. And then in the center, I mean, no rebels dying, but the Jedi are dying quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, I might let this go on for a little bit, and I'll report back. Okay, gamers, quick update. So, what we have going on now is the clone troopers have managed to break through the foyer here. It was very anticlimactic. And now these rebel soldiers are being defended by these laser knights over here and firing in at the main choke point this way. The clone troopers aren't really losing too many soldiers, but they have been slowed down considerably by the Rebel Alliance here, and now they're sort of stuck out here. They're trying to create a second front over this way to sneak in the side this way. However, these Rebel soldiers here are stopping them in their tracks. So right now it's basically a matter of how long will the Rebel soldiers survive versus, you know, if they will survive. The clone troopers have killed 6,000 troopers, and they themselves have 45,000 troopers remaining. So this is clearly not going very well for the Rebels and the Jedi Knight on the battlefield. This is, in fact, quite poor performance. I really thought they would do so much better, but they are not at all. So I'm gonna let this go for a little bit longer, and we'll see what ends up happening here. I think the Rebels are gonna lose. All right, gamers. The clone troopers have broken through the fortress now, and they're taking on the final Rebels and Jedi here. Honestly, this part of the battle was not nearly as fun or exciting as the outside forest part. I thought that part was really fun, actually. Maybe I'll just do an entire video dedicated to another sort of like, you know, Jedi versus clone troopers in an open field kind of a thing, you know? I think that's like a lot more fun than this part, which I think personally I don't love it that much. It's a little bit more boring just watching these clone troopers like come in, get shot a little. Like, it's a lot more derpy. It was a lot cooler when the Jedi at the very beginning were sort of like swiping at each other and things like that. But either way, not a lot of clone troopers, rebels or Jedi remaining. There are 465 rebels slash Jedi. Pretty much all of them are right here. Some might be up top here. I don't know if these guys are even killable, to be honest. Well, it seems like these guys were, but I think that's from clone troopers shooting from a distance up there. I don't know how these guys would die. I actually just don't know if they are killable, so we'll just have to see. The rest are all just down here, basically. All the guys on the outside here, completely dead. They did put up a bit of a fight and killed some clone troopers, but not nearly enough to actually make too much of a difference. So the clone troopers have 44,415 clones remaining. That number is going down relatively steadily. So yeah, I mean, like, a solid number of clone troopers have died during this battle, but not nearly as many as the number of rebels and Jedi Knights who died here. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed on how this battle completely turned out. I did like the very beginning. I thought that was like really, really cool and really, really peak Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Like, that was really epic. But the second part here is a little bit more lame and a little bit more tame, you know? So we'll see. Let's just check it out. The rebels just sort of dying here. Maybe the speed up thing will work now. I think it is. I think this is actually speeding it up for once. Sometimes it doesn't speed it up. Sometimes it does speed it up. It's very, very derpy. I think the rebels are actually making a bit more of progress towards actually killing clone troopers now. I think they're actually managing to do a little bit better since they are sort of in these choke point arena battles sort of things, but still it's not going to be enough to take on 44,000 clone troopers. It's just not even close to being enough. I really thought the rebels and Jedi would kill like 25,000 clone troopers or something. I really thought the Jedi would be a lot tougher than they were, but they just weren't. They just weren't as tough as they could be. And therefore, they died. They fell to the ground dead. Oh, lordy. Either way, yeah, there's just a few rebels left here. It's a bit boring to watch, so we might just go ahead and wrap this up here. You know, there's still all of these clone troopers out here, which is just insane. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy. Be sure to hit that like button if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you would like to see some more of this in the future. Either way, guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.